Alright, chapter 4, lesson 4, adjust quotients. Okay, there's a couple ways we can do this homework today, and I'm going to let you do it however you feel fits best for you. Okay, so the way in the book that it shows us is it gives us 238 divided by 62. And then it says estimate first by using compatible numbers. Okay, so they changed, they know they have a 6 here and 23 here, and they know that 6 and 24 are compatible numbers. So they use 240 divided by 6 equals 4. Fine and dandy. Okay, so they plug 4 in right here and assume that it's going to work. Okay, so they do 62 times 4 and they end up with 248. Okay, you cannot have, this number cannot be higher than this number. That's not how division works. This number always needs to be lower. So 4 is too high. So they realized that when they multiplied 62 times 4, they got 248, and that's bigger than this number, and that cannot happen. So they decided they'd try 3. They went one digit down, and tried 3. 3 times 62 is 186. 238 minus 186 is 52. 52 is smaller than our divisor by 10, so it can be a remainder. Okay, the end number that you end up with cannot be bigger than your divisor, because then you had one more time you could have put this number into the dividend. So as long as this number is smaller than the divisor, then it can be a remainder. So 3 remainder 52 was the actual answer here. I feel like that's kind of a lot of work, but if you need to look at it that way, that's fine. Okay, otherwise I'm going to let you just divide normally. Okay, if that's how it works in your brain and how you can solve it, divide normally. But today we are checking each answer. Okay, friends, we are multiplying our divisor by our answer to hopefully get the exact same number as our dividend. If you don't, you did the math wrong and you need to go back and do it again. Okay, you have to check your answer with multiplication on every single problem today. You will not get credit if you don't. Okay? Okay. Let's do this one together. 61 into 428. This one, I think it would be easier to actually try to use compatible numbers, because I know 6 and 42 are already compatible. So let's turn this into 60 and 420. And see what number we get. How many times does 60 go into 420? How many times does 6 go into 42? 7 times. And those zeros cancel each other out, so our answer doesn't have a 0 in it. Let's test our theory here. 7 times, 7 times 60 is 420, and we know that that works out there. But now we need to test it with our actual number here. So let's see if 7 works out or not. 7 times 61 is 427. 428 minus 427 is 1. So our answer is 7 remainder 1. Okay? That works out. So 7 worked when we tried to use compatible numbers to solve that. Okay? Alright, let's flip back to the other side. We're going to skip number 8, by the way, so in your homework, just like cross it out or write skip or something. We're not doing number 8. Okay, the Rodriguez family is taking a 1,430-mile train ride. If the train travels 55 miles per hour, how many hours will the ride last? Okay, so I'm going to think about 50... I'm going to make this like more like 50 into 1,500. I'm kind of rounding and estimating, okay? Because I know 5 goes into 15 well, or 150 goes into 50 goes into 150 easily. So we're going to try it this way first. So 5 goes into 15 3 times, plus there's going to be one more 0. Because when we divide, we cross each 0 out, but then we're left with 1 still. So let's try 30. Okay, so 55 times 30. Oh, I'm going to write this where I have more room. Okay, 0, 0. So add a 0. Well, 0 times 5 is 0. 0 times 5 is 0. Add a 0. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 3 is 15. Add 1, 16. So my answer is 1650. But that is too high for this number up here. Okay, so I'm going to go a little lower, and I'm going to try 25 instead. 5 times 5, 25. 27, 0. Oh man, running out of room. 10, 11. 1,375. We got a lot closer here. But I think I could still add 55 at least one more time to this before I passed 1,430. So we're going to add 55 one more time, which would make it 55 times 26, technically over here. Okay. Look at that, 1,430 exactly. So my answer would be 26 hours. Okay, look at how much work that was, even as an adult. Okay, there is a lot of guess and check. You might have to do 55 times 29 times 28 times 27 times 26 until you get that right answer. Okay, and then you're gonna go back. Well, we already did pretty much double check this, but double, triple check it. 55 times 26. Okay, my answer is for sure correct. Alright, you guys got the hang of this. It takes a lot of work and a lot of steps, but you can do it. Guess and check, guess and check.